the Zoroastrian Creed, Zarathustra said it was to be repeated 3 times a day, that the Zoroastrians won't forget that this message is to be spread throughout the whole world to bring Asha to the world, and they've stopped that. Hello my wonderful friends, Magus with you on a beautiful day in Asha. And today's message I'm going to entitle 2020, the best year ever. But before I start this powerful message, I want to ask you guys something. Will you, for my Christmas gift, go to Amazon and leave a review? My friends, there's nothing more important when someone goes to buy a book than when they read those reviews. And so many of you have shared with me how because of Asha, 2020 was your best year ever. And my friends, there's a lot of people that would love to hear this message of hope. So will you for me? And just know this Christmas will be ruined if you don't go and leave a review. I'm kidding, of course, but my friends, I do love reading the reviews. And right now there's 37 reviews on there. So I'm going to ask you, will you right now tell me yes or no, when this video is over, will you go and leave a review for me? Now I want to talk about my best year ever, and I mean no disrespect to people that have had a bad year, but my friends, I mean, one of the things about living in Asha is you live in good. And my friends, I had such a fun year. I just got back from California, surfing every day that I love so much. If you follow my Instagram, yesterday I was out in the mountains and in the snow and the waterfalls and the creeks and the snow and the trees and just the feel, and it's so beautiful. And I'm grateful for my breath and my life and my children and my dogs, and I love this life, and I've had a great year, my friends, and I want to share that with the rest of the world. And I'll tell you what, it starts with a mental state. And so many of you, my God, you know what I'm talking about. You've been set free from a trap that was created in your own heart and mind through different world religions, through politics and society, and things passed in your very DNA and genes, and you were able to break free. And my friend, I want to tell you a little something about Asha that I don't know if I've ever shared before. If you're new to this, it's 16 statements and teachings inspired by the 2,600-year-old Magi text. Very small, quick read, but powerful, my friends. And I'll tell you where it came from. One, the teachings of Zarathustra were pretty much completely lost. The only recollection people have of the Magi, which are the Zoroastrian priests, is from the book of Matthew in the Bible, the 3 wise men who came and offered gold, frankincense, and myrrh to the Christ, and but their teachings were lost. And my friends, they're powerful teachings. And you know, the Zoroastrian priests today, they don't share the message of Zarathustra, and it's such a beautiful, life-changing message. But they won't take converts. And Spirit spoke to me so clearly that I was to do that, because you know, the Zoroastrian Creed, Zarathustra said it was to be repeated 3 times a day, that the Zoroastrians won't forget that this message is to be spread throughout the whole world to bring Asha to the world. And they've stopped that, my friends. And Spirit asked me to do it, and I was honored. And I'll tell you what, here's all the books. I've got more around here, but this is all I could find, of the Zoroastrian teachings. I've got the Avesta, the Pahlavi text. I mean, just everything you can get your hands on. The very first one, I got the teachings of the Magi that I love so much. But I took all this wisdom and I put it in these 16 statements and teachings. And my God, they are life-changing, my friends. They bring you peace and joy, and you learn the original monotheistic religion. And that's what Judaism, Christianity, Islam branched off of, but they added things to it. They added attributes to God that aren't His, such as evil, saying that God could send evil, that He hates and loves, that He's at peace and war, that He creates and destroys. And that's not what the original religion taught, my friends. They taught God is all good and has no attributes of the evil spirit. And my friends, you get set free when you understand that. Jesus understood that. That's why the Magi went and worshipped the Christ child and gave him a blessing. My friends, that's why Jesus and the Magi both called God the loving Father. And they taught an idea of God that was different than what the world religions had taught, my friends. You have to not only have this book, you have to understand this book. You have to understand the word behind the words, the original word, my friends. What is it? It's that all good comes from the Creator and no evil comes from Him. That's Osha 13. That's also out of the Avesta, my friends. And what has happened in the world religions, they teach that good and evil comes from God. They've mixed they've made a monster God is what they've done, and therefore people have taken that idea of God into their hearts and minds, and now they're creating out of that. And as I've told you, man can never rise above his idea of God. So if his God loves and hates, peace and war, creates and destroys, that's what man will look like. But when we restore God's image back to the original, my friends, to the original religion, the original idea that He's all good, and then we emulate that, we become like the Christ mind, that you and God good are one. But you have to know what God good is. And in the world religion text, their God doesn't seem very good. Kills men, women, and children, and just horrible acts. But people, they're so scared of that God that they just accept it, that, well, He must have had a good reason why He had to do it. And just out of fear, they'll accept that as okay and acceptable. But in their heart of hearts, my friends, that divine spark that the true Creator God good put in them, they know that's not good. And only fear is keeping them bound. But when you have the breakthrough of Asha, my friends, the original religion that God is all good, it resonates with that divine spark in your heart of hearts, and you go, yes, that is truth, my friends. And you align with that truth, and you become that truth. You become one with that truth and that light and that life. And then it's like 2020, my friends. It doesn't matter what's going on around you in the world. There might be sickness and disease out there. There might be hate and famine and war, but it doesn't affect your atmosphere, because you live in God good and Asha in truth. And I feel it's our responsibility then to share that with others. It should be, if we have the heart of God, we want others to live in Asha, in their good. So please, my friends, will you do me a favor? Today, go and leave a review on Amazon, Asha by Winston Head, and let's get this message to the world. And know I love you. I love you. I love you.